What is up, YouTubers? Johnzy here, and welcome back to more Doki Literature Club Plus. And in the last video, we finished off doing all the things that we haven't done with Natsuki yet, and we kind of started hanging out with Yuri. Already finished off the day one with Yuri, and already written the poem for the second day, and now we're hanging out with Yuri on the second day now. So, yeah. So with that, let us continue from here. Hey, Yuri. Huh? Ah, I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. You were cheating books on me? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can go good with reading reading time there's here and any better, it's a nice cup of tea. I don't know why I have a terrible time saying that. Not to mention for yourself as well. Mary stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow to watch her as she retrieves the small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind that with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also the fetchers in the electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. It's, to my surprise, the way she moves really constricts her speaking mannerism, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? We're just off to go make some tea, so... I suddenly realize how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just off filling the water pitcher. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of my one-person job, isn't it? It's more of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Janza in the club activities? My mouth gaps. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Janza. Yuri quietly exits the room, and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri? Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I was expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to be judging people like that. Janza, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you're always amplifying things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into hurricanes. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of a friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts up her head up. Janza, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyways, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Janza, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. He sets a temperature on the kettle for 200 degrees. Now it's time to get at the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea levels. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try to express myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do, when it's who's around anyways. Well, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Janza. It's very, endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each teapot. Or each cup. Janza, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? This is a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall, rather than bending over on my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pains fairly regularly, so I do my best not to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of your posture, right? I always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture. Definitely not because of my breasts. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I kept it hidden from Sayori's candy radar. Candy alert, candy alert, candy alert. Sayori just starts rushing over. Oh god, we gotta go, Yuri! Out the window! Quick! I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit together on the wall with the teacup on our side. As if we're in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding half the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't wait. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost like she can handle it. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Oh, I thought she was saying, oh, my teacup was falling. I don't know why I was thinking that. Holding it up with my hand, that's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes me even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. Yuri wears her instant reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her is faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. Put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book and finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. I'm trying to keep my posture. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might smudge on the pages, and my posture as well. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Here he opens the book with both hands. She shows it so that I don't have to have any harder time reading it. As a result, her left arm is particularly restless on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is totally focused on reading. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I approach and place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Huh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she confirmed what just happened. Janza, sorry, I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in those kind of contexts, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book. But I can't tell just by the expression that even she can't focus right now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did I even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breath. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my finger. Okay, everyone! God damn it, Monica! Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems, no sexual tension. Because Janza is only allowed to be with me, you got that? Janza, you can help Yuri put that tea stuff away, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell of empathy broke. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. It ended in hastily, I cleaned up without as much as a single word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Alright, I'm just gonna take a second because I'm still kind of editing a video almost. Is there an interruption? Oh man, there's an interruption in this video, wasn't there? Yeah, because there's somewhat of a long pause. Okay, never mind. I'll get back to it after the thing, but I'm actually doing some more actual editing stuff. Oh man, I find the one video I get interrupted on. Even in this video, there's an interruption, kind of. Well, not one that I have to skip, but you know. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Tronza, this might have been even better than yesterday. How do you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of technique worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job of explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imaginary. I didn't read. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing just makes me really happy. I'm sure you're saying you never shared your writing before. Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe that. I really only write for myself. Besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyways, do you want to share your poem you wrote for the day? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we read Raccoon before. But if you want to pause at specific points, then there you go. And read it again if you want. It looks like there's another skip option, so I'm just going to skip. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. and people would make fun of me. You don't have anything like that, Johnza. Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and in our individuals, even if it's difficult sometimes and if something makes us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I'd probably hate myself. Oh wait, there's Skip. You're good at that kind of thing. Writing and listening. Really aren't many people like you, Johnza. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. Never thought I could feel more comfortable sharing my writing. But now I'm almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. And it's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For a moment, her timid seems to have disappeared. I feel like Natsu's gonna hate me now, so let's go talk to her. Well, I can't admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting some effort. Well, that's good. But still, I still don't like this one at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. Eh? What do you mean about that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding and expressing someone. It's just gonna sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying writing poems like this until you are on Yuri's level. Natsuki stops short of all of a sudden. Don't tell me... Huh? Don't tell me you're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? Well, what are you talking about? Keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this kind of instancy. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean I mean... Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve through what I just did beyond me. I'm so done with you. Actually shoves the poem I handed to her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step on my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Well, I mean, the last video a little bit. Sorry. Should probably have something different to say too. Actually, there is a bit of skip. Oh, right, because I guess we did kind of go through Sierra before. Never mind. Probably have the same thing to say between Natsuki and Yuri and whatnot, so, you know. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the Imaginary is a lot more better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. I can't deny that she's a talent. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are really the most romantic. That's the best way of describing it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about the literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversations out of her. Trust me, I've tried. I know what goes on in her head. It goes on in that head of hers. I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still defending her like that. You must be pretty into her. Huh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm just kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyways. Monica kind of whispered that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but... Well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyways, You want to read my poem now? Skip, 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 skip. Festival, blah, blah, blah. Gotta recite the poems. Actually, I guess I could give you a little time for editing while this is all skipping. I think then the next choice will be with Yuri, so. Alrighty. Man, I didn't even get to do much. We're already at this. Okay. Sending it down. I didn't even get to do much. Alrighty. I would walk home with Yuri. Walk home with Yuri, huh? What does this sound like 100 pound? I mean, given how hard it is for me to socialize, I feel like awful turn her down, so. Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. Hehe, you admit it. I think some of this is not the same. Oops. I didn't mean to hit history. I meant to hit skip. Yeah, and then this is the same for what we said with Natsuki. Alrighty. Time to save again. So we'll save here. Multiple saves. Alrighty. Tragedy. Fuck. This one, not uncontrollable entity? Damn it. There we go. Destiny, good. Massacre? Yeah. This one. Antagonize. Defeat, no. Your nightgown? What? Or there we go. Yeah, I think we got Yuri again. There we go. We got Yuri again. Which luckily it's the last time we have to even go through the poems. Now we just have to go through choices and whatnot. Do. Skipping. Skipping. Oh yeah, Yuri's down in the dumps. Blah blah blah. I think this is also where we kind of started the last episode with Natsuki. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glanced around the room. Suddenly I noticed Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as I quickly, with a flustered look on her face. I realized that she won't get anywhere like this. I never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in on the next. Why am I having a hard time reading this? I stand up from my desk and sit in the one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell you wanted to be alone or with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts. How were you even able to tell I was thinking like that? Well, it's just something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. And not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. Well, in any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only in concern of those who are willingly shared in the concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfortable in things keeping themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. Yeah, it's really not a big deal. Big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. So Sayori? Yeah, she just seems a little off today. But when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Eh? Sorry, I didn't mean to say something so stupid. It's not that. It's just I didn't want you to misunderstand. Zuri and I have been best friends for a long time, that's all. It's almost like the same conversation with Natsuki a little bit. Which literally happened last episode. Yeah, the last episode. I was about to say this episode, but no, it wasn't this episode. Oh, I see. Then, perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into things a little too much. Janza, the world is full of meaning and hidden deep beneath the pain site. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah, so you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerism is on the outside and don't always match up with how things are going on the inside of her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in case it looks like she's fully occupied in your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Yeah, I guess. But you don't need to put it in that way. We're just friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embrace, I avert my gaze. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves, and you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings that you weren't aware you were in you. That is, I think that she would be very fortunate person to have you feel the way about her. Yuri, you're giving me a lot of credit here. I'm a pretty simple guy. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as logical though as you. Huh? That's not a complicated. Is it? It's not complicated, is it? It is? What is? Anyways, as long as you were here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off the whole thing anyways. And blah blah blah, poems. Yuri. Janza, your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing but short of speculation. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little nervous even. I don't think I could ever come to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come out naturally to me, but I have been able to improve so much thanks to you. You really are an example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling, I'm so glad I got a chance to share my writing. Yeah, funny enough, after we were hanging out with Yuri in Act 1, then we had to deal with her craziness in Act 2. I never thought I'd feel like this. Remember you mentioning that yesterday? I can't believe that you're so good at something you never even shared with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Janza, during lunchtime I ate by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyways, but books are full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make you really good friends. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face, or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysterious of life. So when you look at in that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? If those friends don't laugh at me, they don't tease me or spacing me all out all the time. I don't have to make fun of my body type, and they don't hate me for acting like I a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Johnza. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't know how to make myself happy. All I have are these feelings, and all I can do is, with them, is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. You just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm different. I'm a different person, Janza. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me like everyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see that, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping to make new friends. Then I would say I've had one last success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Mary puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling at the same as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. I think this might be a new one. Ghosts Under the Light, Part 2. I'm not going to actually read this. I'm just kind of looking through. You guys can pause and read this if you want. It's just I'm not good at reading cursive, so. Okay, moving on. Okay. And we're good. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri. It's dumb. I'm just kidding. But instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it? Well, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poem usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this. Yuri's having even a harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy with that you shared it with me. So thank you. And I hope we get to spend time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerging from Yuri's lips. Once again, try to hand back the poem back to her, but instead Yuri gently takes my hand and pushes it back towards me. I hesitantly in response to her warm touch. This poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope I can return the favor sometime. Yeah, don't worry. I think you did a good job. Yuri finally turns back towards me. Guess I should move before Monica says something, but I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah, sure you will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me and returns to my seat so I can put her poem away. Alrighty. Let's kind of go through Sayori's. I'm gonna also look through a text as well that I just got. So I'm pretty sure all this is just gonna be skipped over anyway. So. Oh, we're already done. Monica. Might take me a quick second. Oh, apparently my friend's getting another roommate. Okay. I might be going back and forth. Oh, right. I guess I could skip. Your style has gotten so refined, Janza. Yuri's been teaching you a lot, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple of days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk all about the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You certainly put in a lot of effort. You must really like her. That's that's awfully suspicious of you. Spend time with her in the club room every day, reading that edgy novel with her. I wouldn't say it was edgy. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. That makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all that time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know? Alright, I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening up herself, opening up. So if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it would be really hard for her. Her books aren't always totally escape from reality. They're just a bandage. You say that like I'm gonna hurt her. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I think it means like cutting herself. And the thing is, if you know in Act 2, she does cut herself, so. And it's kind of hinting that she does do it in secretive, but like you don't normally find that out in Act 1, so. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyways, I'll share a poem with you now, alright? Alright. Lady who knows everything. Pretty sure we saw this one. It's a pretty long one, too. Okay. Skip. Oh god, my friend's texting me again. Give me a minute. There we go. Alrighty. Natsuki. I'm gonna try to do multitasking here. Yeah, no thanks. You didn't even... Next! Well, that's one way of doing it, I guess. I mean, it makes my life easier. It's like, if you're just gonna go and press Yuri, then I don't want to see it. Yuri. Because we actually have more stuff with Yuri now. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki? I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying... So you'll be helping Yuri then, Janza? Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I had a bad habit of overthinking these sort of things. So I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle baking by yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So is that everything we need to get it over with? Yep, it should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. I bet you feel the same way, Janza. Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. Well, that's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki. What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri's anxious glance between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I really didn't know why Johnza picked me. Well, because you're the only one I have to go through. Trust me, I did the other two first. She like overhears. I was like, oh, I see. You did their routes first. And so, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They'll go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for an event will compare to that. So, I get it. I was kind of surprised though. Well, why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're the one trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know, I'm not very good at it at all. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only person unsurprised. Monika and I are also taken back by what Yuri said. When she already has trouble with her words, trying to cheer her up. It's far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri's trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say in a time like this. Because Sayori's always helps everyone smile, feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciate it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing, but I'm gonna say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are gonna be the best part of the whole event. Also, wait, if Natsuki didn't really want to see my poems or whatnot, I bet she really didn't want to spend time with me, so why would she care too much? I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright then, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up the things. So to follow Monika and Natsuki out the door and as they chat between each other. Huh? I turn around. Sorry, I just realized I don't have a way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. I should give you my phone number. I think that would be the best, yes. Alrighty then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay, then I'll be stopping by your house Sunday. Eh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for reasons. It's not like it should matter much either way. I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I manage to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Johnsa. I think that you'll make a very productive team. Even if you're the only one, even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you might have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason in the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But, Yuri thinks to herself with extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You want me to point out when you're overthinking, right? You want me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. Well, I'm telling you I want to. And that's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. With that exchange, I make my way to the door and Yuri follows. Can't believe this. Something... blah 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 blah. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to save. I guess, yeah, this is where I would be. Alright, so I'm going to save, and I'm going to end things here. So, yeah. In the next video, we'll actually do the weekend event with Yuri. The reason we didn't do Natsuki's, well, in the last episode anyways, was because we already did that in the original, like, run-through. So, yeah, all we really have is this, and then pretty much the rest of Act 2, which, honestly, we can probably get through pretty fast, because there's not really any routes. But I might try to do a little experiment and try to go for Yuri first, and then Natsuki, or something like that, see if there's any difference there. But if anything, I'm most likely going to be speeding through the game, especially when Monica then brings everyone back or whatnot. So, yeah. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys like this video, press the like button or subscribe to whatever, and I'll see all you dudes in the next video. See you dudes next time.
You fucking dick shit! No! I'm gonna die! No! No!
First death in Minecraft.
No, everything's on my XP too.
Unfortunately, I can't give your XP back.
I know!
Thank God, but everything back where it was.